Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I showing you my top comedy mangas. Also, if you'd like to see even more content, if you'd like to see even more mangas that I didn't include in my top, you can check out my previous video. Top 10 Prison School. Status finished genres comedy, romance and ecchi. Score 7.52. This manga is extremely funny. Several times I have busted a gut laughing. The reason I find Kangoku Gakuen so good is beautiful of the character. The main guy are all unique. The story becomes rather serious, dealing with things such as betrayal and humiliation. Sometimes this is funny, but at other times it is sad. The comedy is over the top, it's just hilarious. Another good thing about this manga is that you can feel the emotions certain characters are feelings. It's amazing, it's something you have to see with your own eyes. The art is amazing as well. Top 9 Kawaki Door Janai Shikimori-san. Oh my god. Status publishing. Genres comedy, romance and slice of life. Score 7.80 stars. A wholesome story about an unlucky guy and his cute or cool girlfriend. Story 7 out of 10. Your typical slice of life romance following a couple and their experiences. Well executed. Art 6 out of 10. The art has no mistakes, but overall it's good. Chapter 10 out of 10. The synergy between the two makes the story great and fun to read. I also think Shikimori is amazing. Enchantment 10 out of 10. I personally love this manga and I have enjoyed every chapter I have read and look forward to future ones. Overall 10 out of 10. I love every part of this story and maybe a little too much. Shikimori-san has really embraced my standards. I could see this manga being a miss for a guy who preferred the less masculine girlfriend. However, I think regardless of the preference, you'll still love this manga for its wholesome and loving story as well as this enjoyable cast. Top 8 Karagae Jutsu no Tagachi-san. Status publishing, genres comedy and slice of life. Story 8.11. When I started this manga, I was looking for was just something quite run. What I found was far beyond my expectation. Despite lacking of real plot with different chapters hardly connected to the previous ones, Karakai Jutsu no Tagaiki keep out without annoying me not a single time. To put it simple, girl mature faster than boys? Is it true? Yeah, it is. And that's what this manga is all about. The love-hate relationship between Tagachi no Nishikata show us how much grown they could be despite being classmates and same age. Just two main characters very well made can produce a good manga, really funny, but at the same time meaningful. It's an 8.5 stars without doubt. Top 10 Goku Shukudoku. Status publishing, genres comedy, romance and slice of life. Score 8.2. It starts as an absolute blast, but quickly being to steam and past chapter 20 or so just keeps slowly dragging along while producing occasional chuckle. Chapters are mostly used as source or gangs, meaning don't expect development here. But the art is quickly good and a lot of jokes revolve around drawing gangster or people with menacing or serious expressions. Speaking of art, there are no chubbies or stereotypical manga or anime chapters with triangular faces. Chapters are realistic as far as manga goes, and with detailed background. The main issue is the manga losing its steam, as you can only push the premise so far without it getting a bit old. However, I might still be worth checking once in a while for visuals and occasional joke about a orange. This manga is worth checking out, but don't expect the remain of the same level for the entirety of the series. Beginning, however, is graduated to be fun. 6. Story 7. Art 6. Chapters 5. Enjoyment and 6. Overall. Top 6. Last game. Status finished. Genres comedy and romance. Story 8.2 stars. Started reading last game just because I thought the plot was interesting, but also because the two main characters looked really cute together. Last game is a really simple shoujo manga, and even your virals can become your friend or something more meaningful. The first chapter really caught my attention, and how here I am excited for more. If you are into romance and cute shoujo mangas, this one is perfect. The story is quite interesting. You don't have to think too much as the plot is kind of predictable. Yanagi, a rich boy who was used to be the best is everything in his childhood, who surpassed by the quiet girl in class. And we all know, little boy don't like losing to girl. Now, a few years later, he still wanted to be better than her, at least in one thing. This is how they enter their last game, their last competition. 8 points. I really love the art. It fits the manga type. You can understand what's happening because the draws are not confusing. The chapters are well drawn. They all have their own different features. Basically, the art is simple and pretty. The chapters are great. The two main character personalizes fit into each other. I really love Kuju, although she's the usual white, shy and pretty girl we see a lot of times. She's thoughtful about her feelings and doesn't act like an annoying girl who is a childish attitude. I don't have much to say about Yanagi. She's a really cool guy and she's really sweet towards Kuchu. The other chapters are good too. They have their own unique personalities and give more emotion to the story. 9 star. And overall, I find this manga amazing. Maybe I wouldn't give this a 10 out of 10, but a 9 out of 10 if I wasn't completely obsessed with romantic stuff, but I'm so 10 out of 10, okay. Top 5 Gekan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. Status publishing, genres comedy and romance. Score 8.47. The story isn't heavy and it isn't boring too. The art is pretty much to my liking. It looks great. Although I keep forgetting which chapters is Wakamatsu, but every chapter has quite a distinctive feature. Overall, this manga is really fun to read. I couldn't let go even thought I keep missing sleep, and I keep laughing at 3 am that I worried I might be hurt. Top 4 Ouran Koi Koi Host Club. Status finished, genres comedy, drama and romance. Score 8.51. Ouran High School Host Club. Oh, where to start? Story 7. I wish I could give the series a highest score in this area. The basis for the story is quite original, even if it does include a typical male's harem, but the execution could have been better. There were too many parts that I just wanted the plot to move faster, and it felt like many of the chapters were filmed. However, the comedy present during the entire series was consistently hilarious and was one of the best parts of the series. Art 9. Hattori's art is beautiful and wonderfully detailed. I was constantly enraptured by the quality of the artworks present in this manga. It also completed the work well, with the comedic things having hilarious art to complement the dialogue. Enjoyment 7. I immensely enjoyed this manga during the parts where I couldn't wait to see what coming next, but there wasn't enough of that. I read this manga because I wanted a continuation of the anime, which is freaking hilarious, and it did a pretty good job. It just could have been a lot of shorter and had the same effect. Nevertheless, it's still recommended it to any readers who loves romantic comedy. And top 3. I won't read this. Status, finish it. Genres, comedy and romance. Score 8.80 stars. The story uses stereotypes. The dialogue is well thought out of the most part. There is no deep philosophical message or unique approach to the genre. It is simply a fulfilling story about the protagonist's chapter's development from a loathsome pessimist to a genuinely good person. What I think makes this story so lower in the sharky conversations between Hachiman and Yukinon, as well as their different approaches to resolving issues. The story also includes a good amount of drama creators sought vague dialogues concerning personal issues. Top 2. Guess who? Yes, One Punch Man. Status, publishing, genres, action and comedy, stars 8.73. My opinion, 10 out of 10. Fantastic piece of work made by two incredible people. Story, One Punch Man break the typical hero manga pattern, even though it's all about heroes. It isn't just about saving the world while saving the girl and beating the poop-head that wants to kill everybody. No, it's about how funny and exciting it could be to save the world as a hobby. Everything over the top and doesn't shy away from anything. There is no much plot, but definitely has the potential to develop one. Overall, it's the type of story that just honestly entertaining and keeps you at the edge of your seat. Excellent. Art. Murata-san was the whole reason I got to the manga. This a phenomenal artist in every way. Color, lines, details, variety, technique and storytelling. I could keep listing them for days if I have to. These character designs are on a whole nother level. Each and every chapter has a look that's great on their own right. Murata also has a way of making big things even bigger, and epic things seems got like perfect for a thumb like One Punch Man. And finally, top 1. Drumroll. GTO, or Great Teacher Onizuka. Status, finished, genres, action, comedy, drama and ecchi. Score 9 stars. Great Teacher Onizuka. Story 8. The plot in Onizuka starts off very strong and continues throughout. It shows no things of slowing down until the final arc of the manga, where its crazy stories are now like, what the fuck is the new unresolved plot lines? But even Onizuka at this worst is several times more entertaining than most shonen manga. Arts 9. From beautiful to crude to downright ugly, Onizuka's illustration definitely give each character and reaction a distinguished look. The overall art style is definitely a step above the manga or anime archetypical look and fits the tone of the series. Chapter 10. Great Teacher Onizuka has a huge cast of the characters, owing in the part to the large classroom, school stuff and even returning chapters from Shonen Junai Gumi. Many of them have a screen time, and seeing them develop as the series goes is one of the most fulfilling moments of the series. Enjoyment 15. If only I can rate it higher than a 10, GTO's raunchiness and over-the-top humor will entertain you to no end. I cannot count the number of times I had to catch my breath from laughing so hard. And yet among the hilarious scenes, there are some heartfelt moments to be a treasure as well as real life lesson to be learned. Overall, 10. GTO is a manga unlike any others. Despite its a few flaws, it has since become a classic and one of the most revered series from Japan. There has been an anime and live adaptation, but believe me when I say they are tame. Disney G-rated version when compared to the manga. If you want to get the most out of this series, do yourself a big favor and read this manga. You won't regret it. And that's the end video once again. If you wanna see even more mangas content that I didn't include in my top, you can check out my previous video. Bye.